morning, everyone.
Good morning and welcome back to the One Lifetime podcast, coming to you from Thailand. How about that?
Sorry.
Well, this is it. We finally actually made it, boys.
We've made it.
We've been chatting shit about coming out here for ages. And
It's
look,
been years in it, in the making,
oh
really.
mate,
Yeah, it actually has been years, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this man. If I'm completely honest
that is
with you.
very true.
So, Danny, we'd like to thank
That's
you
what
for
I
that.
do.
That's what he does.
Make shit happen.
Oh,
So I've managed to drag them all out here now, so now we need you lot to go like, subscribe and follow.
So I don't have to go home.
Make sure we can sustain this.
exactly, because we are enjoying it.
Yeah, and you know, when you want to follow your dreams, we'll follow you back and
Yeah.
give you a subscribe and, you know,
We'll share the love.
we'll share the love. you
To be
know.
fair,
Obviously, if you're just sat about putting your plonker at home, going to work 5 days a week, we ain't going to follow you back. But if you are trying to chase something, give us a message. You come on the podcast, we'll collaborate with you.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
if you're like us, you know what I mean, trying
Yeah.
to do the same thing as we are, got the same sort of goals.
good.
Come on, boys.
Yeah.
Why not?
Let's have a community.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
A nice little fan club.
So, how's it been for you? How have you found the last few days?
I found it absolutely amazing. I also found it amazing last night. Right, I got chatted up by a local Thai bird, and basically what happened, right, was she had a little mate at the table. Obviously, you guys were there. Little mate at the table. He's come over, and he's gone. He said something in Thai, and then she translated. He said, "I like you," and I was like, "Oh, really?" So like, I've got her the rest of the night staring at me like I'm a Greg sausage roll in the window. So for me, just to feel, you know, wanted
Desired.
is good. It's good.
Yeah.
I really
it's a
enjoyed
nice
that.
change.
It's a nice
refreshing
change.
change of pace.
Yeah,
isn't
because
it?
I usually get,
very
you know, the middle finger, or usually the birds that like me have got the hairy mole or a bit of lettuce
Yeah.
hanging out the chin.
Yeah, they're the ones you like, aren't
But they're the ones that go for me.
they? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
But-
fetish you are, mate.
But yeah, that is. I've really enjoyed it. Everything. The food's been amazing. The place has been great. The people are really friendly.
Yeah.
I know we haven't been here that long, but I've honestly landed here. I'm probably the happiest I've ever been in my life. I've never felt so good.
No, it's been incredible.
Honestly, the change of lifestyle.
It's just so
is
different.
The best thing I've ever done in my life. Honestly, it's amazing. It is so
Absolute
good.
change of pace. For all you lot back at home, get yourself out of the UK, mate.
If you haven't done much travelling or much going around, honestly, go out there, try it, because you'll realise, oh my god, it's night and day.
It's a bit of a
Lifestyle.
hoax, really, isn't it?
It
Like,
is.
it'll be funny. You go home, right? But the first night we got here, we had 6 beers in the pub, and then a bit of dinner.
Yeah.
It comes to less than 20 quid.
Yeah, it
for
was
all of us.
ridiculous.
For
It
all
was
of
like
us.
yesterday when we went to that beach bar.
Yeah.
And we got 9 beers and it was still less than 20 quid.
On the beach.
On the beach. If you'd done that at
Private.
home, you'd be getting charged ridiculous
Jesus Christ,
amounts.
start going to Mayfair, innit?
Oh, don't, honestly.
You get bent over and rogered up right from behind.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, sir, do you mind the finger in your arse? No, so I'm going to stick me fucking Chad in there instead.
Yeah. You might as well skip the finger.
Yeah, skip the finger, don't worry about the foreplay.
Stick.
Miss the lube,
Skip the
mate.
finger, don't worry about it. Put both hands on my shoulders so I know it's definitely not the finger.
Yeah.
Give me a bit of reassurance.
Don't lube me up, just run me through dry.
Right in for a raw.
Shut that door so we don't get mozzies everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know who's.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, that was so close.
I got it.
But you're too far.
He's got it.
Good thing I'm here, innit?
The heat is a little bit overpowering, but you know, us being white men, that's always going to be the case.
Yeah.
Legs looking like a lobster these days.
It
Yeah.
actually
You
is.
can't
What
see
the
it.
fuck's to do
I
with
mean,
that?
after 7 years of working night shifts, I don't think my skin can cope with a bit of sunshine.
The man's not seen daylight for years.
Is he just curl up into a ball whenever it gets hot like an onion or something?
See, I think Hutamaki have been Joseph Fritzl in him.
Joseph Fritzl, you're gonna have to expand on this.
So, do you know who Joseph Fritzl is?
Oh, I can't ring a bell at the minute.
Joseph Fritzl was an Austrian criminal who locked his daughter in his basement for 27 years and had children with her.
What a lovely chap.
That is the
He
most-
seems like a role model for
Wow.
humanity.
Joseph Fritzl.
Are you sure this weren't like...
Shout out to Fritzl.
Fuck off.
Yeah. It's all here for Fritzl, everyone. Fritzl. Well done, mate.
Yeah, so he had loads of little inbred children down there and
Yeah.
they never left the basement.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll get him on the podcast.
I think he's dead now.
That's a shame.
He was caught in like 2008.
Alright.
I think his
Well-
wife grassed him up in the end.
I can't... What, she didn't know?
What, his
No,
daughter
she
or his
did.
wife?
Oh, she knew. So she's just as bad, really, isn't she?
Yeah, she must have known. Your daughter don't just go missing and
But
don't say
how
anything.
do you allow that as a parent? I mean, that's your little girl, and your husband's raping your own little girl.
Well,
How would you allow
As
that?
nice as a topic this was, I was just on about them keeping you inside.
Yeah.
I don't think Hutamaki have been raping her.
They have.
Well, not physically.
Emotionally, almost physically.
Emotionally,
Depends.
mate.
You haven't seen the lads I work with.
God. Should we move on?
What is something, as a child, you sucked, but as an adult, it's good?
Something as a child that sucked.
But as an adult, is absolutely amazing.
Got it.
Go on.
Yeah? Sex.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay.
Do we have to recall someone leave past at all?
Yeah, literally.
Should we do that again?
You know, there's people you can talk to about this.
Yeah. No. Oh,
We're digging up some past,
Been to a
mate.
few
We're bringing up some
therapists.
memories.
Yeah, you know, Christmas parties weren't the same degree now, so I'm There's always that one credit uncle in there. So come sit on my lap.
Oh,
Sit on my lap, we'll talk about the first thing that comes up.
I'm not naming anyone.
Not naming names.
No.
But you know you are.
No.
Um,
You weren't expecting that, were you, boys?
no, not at all. Not at all. I think that's killed that for us.
Go on.
He's laid that down there.
He's laid that down, yeah. He's absolutely.
Yeah.
He's absolutely that. Put
But-
the nail on it.
Well,
yeah.
what-
On a bit more of a, I mean, realistic, right? I would actually say drinking, because when you're a kid, you've got to be sneaky about it. You got to nick it off your mum and dad. You know what I mean? Putting water in their vodka.
Definitely not.
That sort of, yeah, no, mum.
Yeah. that bottle of vodka you got,
Not
definitely
me.
ain't water.
I never, ever stole alcohol off my mum and dad. Ever.
But then nowadays, you just pop to the pub. You're having dinner. It's like, oh, I'll have a beer with that. You know what I mean? It's
Do you know
lovely.
what? I completely disagree. I preferred drinking as a child.
Why
I
is
think
that?
it was better.
Was
It
it
was
cheaper?
I think it was better in the sense of,
It was cheaper.
one, it was cheaper, and two, obviously,
You weren't meant to be doing it.
you weren't meant to be doing it, and it was
Yeah.
a bit mischievous, you felt
You're
Yeah.
rebellious.
a little bit rebellious,
Yeah.
and because you're all young and you've never really done it that much before, you all get a bit more excited than you usually would. Because now I get drunk and I'm like, oh, sweet.
And the thing is, it was cheap and all with it. You'd have 3 beers and you'd be on your ass.
Oh, mate.
Oh, mate.
I remember.
Yeah, 3 Strongbows when you were like 3 Budweisers.
Do you remember when
Mate,
you was a
Strongbow.
kid and you was going to a house party and your old man would buy you like a pack of 8 like
Yeah.
Budweisers and you drink all 8 of them and you'd be off your cunt.
See, what my mate used to do is he'd go get a crate of 20 Budweisers, right? And be like, Dan, you can take 7
Yeah.
to this party, right?
That's what something he'd say
And
to
then
me.
I'll just put 20
In a bag.
Right?
You get like
and I'm running out with this bag. I
like
dig
a
it into the
rucksack.
window.
It's all going drink.
Oh,
How many you got in there? I've got bye, Dad.
What? I can't hear. Sorry, what
I'm
go?
already out the door. I'm off. I'm off.
He comes
I
back
just-
down. He's got 1 left.
I just remember emptying this entire crate of my brother's beers because I was just nicking his beers into my rucksack, and I'm just walking out the house. And it's like clank, clank.
Yeah.
The bag's dragging me backwards because I can barely lift it.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
just
it.
like, bye, Dads.
It's like the reverse Hunchback of Notre Dame. Just going backwards
The
with
bag's
this massive
weighing
sack.
you down. You can't fucking move.
I fucking wish I had a bag that made it down.
Innit?
If you know, you know.
Talking about beer, guys.
Nah, mate, the nose beer.
I don't know about pulling you down. It lifts me up, mate.
Yeah. Rocket fuel, son.
Do enough pulling, didn't you, Dan? You?
Probably conquer.
Yeah.
That's about it.
When you get to that point of the night, you think your night is done, and then suddenly the boy pulls out a bit of revival powder.
Yeah.
Roll on, boys. The night goes on.
Bit of the old Colombian marching powder. And that's it.
Yeah.
Bit of Flicky Minaj, and you're in there.
Nicki Minaj, eh?
And you're straight away, ain't you? That's, that's something we love in Britain, isn't it? It's British culture. We are the biggest consumers
Yeah.
in Europe.
I think that's a big part of British
That is a
culture.
genuine statistic as
And
well.
I'm pretty sure now that I've left London, it's going to drop.
Do you think?
Yeah, we won't be the biggest consumer anymore.
You're pushing up the statistics, mate. You and your own. Yeah.
I'll tell you that, I don't do.
You reckon
Yeah,
it's you?
that much.
You're the glue that holds the drug nation together.
I'm feeding families.
Yeah. Your own family.
The
with
local
money
drug
back.
dealers are dicks now. You've got.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't feeding my own family. Yeah, I'm feeding this. Yeah, fucking Seb's going to be gutted. Absolutely gutted.
Poor bloke, man.
Yeah, it's not a sort of great way to go, is it?
Fucking mate, I've got Betty Swallocks.
He's a Betty Swallocks, mate.
Do you know what? Alright, that's something I
Short,
want to know.
shaky.
You're talking about sweaty bollocks, right? And it's got me thinking. Right, when we come here, I thought, I'll be alright. It's only an island. It's quite small, realistically. And I was
No
like,
different to the Isle of
well,
Wight.
we had a stroll everywhere. We got down probably, I don't know, 200 yards, 300 yards down this hill we're staying on.
And we
mate,
realised we'd have to come back up it.
whew, I know, I was blowing out my arse. Jesus
We've already
Christ.
done it about 6 times now.
Mate,
Like,
I bet Mo Farah couldn't do that.
oh, don't.
He'd struggle.
And like, it's not like your normal sort of heel. Like, oh, it's like stealth at Fort Park. Fucking vertical on it.
We ain't got no engine to get us up and down though.
I've been funny. I'm a fat cunt.
Train. We just drop your phone.
Yeah.
You shut your phone.
Do you know, there's something I want to talk about, lads.
Oh, go on.
Do you know a few weeks ago we got a message on TikTok?
Oh, right.
Oh, I'm glad you bet. Oh,
And look, I can't lie. You know, we've got 11,000 followers on TikTok, but we've accumulated them through using other people's content. I can't lie. So
okay.
Finding funny stuff. And
let's
sharing it.
have it straight, right? So the story goes: we've got about 130 subscribers on YouTube. We're not a big podcast, right? We get a message from this young girl.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're not.
You're not
about to do it.
dear.
Shall I do this now as well then? Because
Let's go to... No, I'm not going to the private messages.
Oh,
I'm going to the one...
Yeah, no, yeah.
Look, I don't want to know what filth you said,
Yeah.
mate.
No,
I
haven't
don't want to
said
get
no.
involved, mate, with that.
So this young lass on our TikTok, let me find this girl. Here we go. Right. She messaged in saying, I'd let you all have a go.
she sounds like fun.
With the eyes. To which I replied, exactly who do you think the person who runs this account is? Because at that moment we had Jimmy Carr and all sorts on there, right? So I didn't know if she was thinking I was Jimmy Carr. She's like, I'm a few quid short of Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, mate.
I don't think she
I'm
was.
more than a few, I think.
I wouldn't mind being a pound behind him.
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But she was so eager. It's just for us to fill her holes.
Do you know what? There's so much I'd like to say, but obviously I can't go into too much detail.
No, we can go to the next detail
she
tonight,
started messaging me personally, and I think you guys got their messages as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
I did get a few
We got
messages, mate.
all
Yeah.
sorts of pictures and she...
Oh
she
yeah, we
wanted
got a couple of pictures.
She wanted to come down to a podcast and fuck us all. It was...
She was saying, you know, stuff like she wanted a. I've got God has given me 3 holes and they were all made for you lot.
She
And I
wanted-
was like, you belong to the streets. Like, this girl does not like. Where's the father? Where's the mother?
Watch out, lads. That's one of your misses there.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Be careful.
Be careful out there.
We're not naming anyone. We're not going to be
Not
naming
naming
any
anyone,
names,
yeah.
but
But you know, we weren't expecting a groupie so quickly.
no, yeah.
I mean,
you
I'm not
know.
going to knock it, don't worry about it.
So anyway, lads, what was that girl's number again?
If anyone else out there fancies it, you know, to message us in and we will, we might oblige.
We might
Maybe
have to
you get
take
us
that
on the
one off.
podcast.
We don't know yet. Yeah,
Yeah, I suppose we'll get you on the podcast. You can appear under the table.
yeah. It'll be a special kind of podcast.
Yeah. we'll put that one on OnlyFans.
That one's going on Pornhub.
We'll drop the link here. And you can come and find us on OnlyFans.
For an exclusive content.
I just think that's wild, man.
That is wild.
Oh,
We
mate.
are nobodies.
Yeah, I know. Come out of nowhere as well, wouldn't it?
The thing is, though, it's like I've never really had a girl come off that strong.
Yeah. I mean, I was in shock a little bit.
I've had a couple come off pretty strong. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but not
yeah.
like that.
Not to all 3 of us.
Not to an
No.
extent of I want to have a foursome with your mates.
Just
Yeah,
like,
no, I've not had
please,
that.
can you free spit roast me? Oh, okay.
Honestly, she
She
sounds like
wanted
fun,
a triple
though.
penetration.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate.
She does sound like a fun girl.
Nice
I'm not
girl,
gonna lie,
nice
she does.
girl.
Yeah.
She was from Sheffield, so it does explain it. It's like Mad
Yeah.
Max up there.
Oh yes, yeah. Like one geezer's got the water and everyone's chasing
Yeah,
after
everyone's
him.
chasing after him.
Yeah.
I'm joking, you northerners
No,
don't get
yeah,
too
Yeah,
upset.
don't cry too hard.
Yeah.
Come on, mate, it's a bit about that.
Yeah, cry back in your fucking Oasis album.
Don't worry, mate, it's good music in the south and all, mate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Beatles are dead, mate. Well, most of them.
So we've got the money, don't we? You know, they've got the music, we've got the money.
Yeah.
They make the music, we financially benefit from
They
it.
make the music, we
fund
make the
it.
money with the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, lads. You fucking
Appreciate
northern
it.
Oh, there's all our Northern support gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
well,
on our
mate, on the
Southern
way out.
YouTube account, yeah.
that's both of them.
Yeah.
That's the 2 fellas in the north of internet.
And then the one that said she wanted the 4-way, that one, yeah, they're all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, bless her, man. Bless her.
Wonder if I can catch a chicken and get it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. There's just
What?
there is just like these roosters or cockerels
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call them. They're kicking about everywhere.
We've
so.
just got wild cockerels knocking about, and at 5 o'clock in the morning,
I was
they
going to
think
say,
it's
did you
bloody
fucking
good
hear it underneath the fucking
Oh,
floorboard?
mate,
Because
honestly.
I'm sleeping on the sofa in there, so I can hear everything.
Yeah.
I thought you were cuddling it at night, mate. Honestly, I was going to open my door, come out, and think, what the fuck are you doing,
All I could
mate?
hear, it sounded like it came from your room. I was thinking it's damn right in there.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, mate, that's become
I'm
noise.
thinking I'm not going to walk in there and you're going to be there like fucking.
Mate, if you'd walked in at that moment, you'd have found me, my legs behind me, head fist in my arsehole.
I can hear a cock. No, it is his cock. Look. Oh no. Big purple fist.
Oh my god.
Honestly.
That's the Dan killer, isn't it?
The Dan killer. Don't know, maybe the Dan maker.
The Dan killer. Do you know what we found is that we got men walking up and down the beach with fucking 2-foot geckos.
Yeah, so this is the first.
In a fucking rucksack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they were fucking, yeah, fucking
They were
giant
like
lizards.
They were like Komodo dragon. What were they? They're fucking massive. Whatever
Iguanas.
they were. Iguanas. That's
the
it.
word, iguanas.
They were like that fucking big.
Don't get me wrong, they look cool. Like one was bright orange.
Don't get twisted. If they weren't going to rate me on the price of a pizza, I'd have one.
But yeah, it's a bit of a con, right? Because they come right up to you, like, oh yeah, they just throw it on your shoulder.
Yeah, and
then
they
take a
just
picture
put it
of
on
you,
there.
And then they'll be like, yeah, that's like 1,000 baht. And you're like, excuse me?
No, yeah.
I didn't even ask, mate. You've just come over. And then even if I literally had to stand up and be like, no, mate, I'm not interested. And he's still trying to give it to me. It's like, mate, leave me alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you've got to be
Yeah.
a little bit forceful sometimes and stand your ground.
Yeah, they
We were sat having a beer on the beach, and there was this other lad come by, and they'd done him a kipper. He had some bird with him. Like, oh yeah, look, we'll take the pictures. Take the next thing I know, he's emptying out wads of cash to this poor man. And I was like, yeah, I'm
fucking
not.
wasn't all.
He was honestly,
See?
mate.
They had him up,
He
mate.
was folding them out, mate. Honestly, I don't know how much they wanted.
It's
but
terrible, mate.
It was a bit of, and then they come straight over to us, and I was like, mate, you can do one.
Innit? You
I
can
was
fuck right. So if you was like, get
I
no.
was like, mate, fuck off. The universal language.
I'll tell you what, yesterday as well, I was FaceTiming my dad, right, yesterday.
Oh, mate, this is class.
And as I was on FaceTime chatting to my old man, like, he's literally like, you know, getting up, going to work. He's sitting in traffic going to work, just giving me a little call. And then some bloke comes up to me and he's got like a big board full of like necklaces and beads and all that sort of shit.
All
you
the
know,
braids and stuff.
Yeah, your braids and all that. And I'm like, no, thank you, mate, I'm all right. And then he saw I'm on the phone and he was going, hey, who's this? I said, oh, it's my dad, you know. He went, oh, hello, Dad, you're all right. And then as I'm talking to my dad, he goes up to me and he goes, do you want to buy some cocaine? And I'm like, not really, mate. I'm on the phone to me fucking old man. He's just sort of, what?
Didn't he swap
and then he goes,
Mandy?
He goes, MDMA, Mandy, mushrooms. And I'm like, mate, you didn't realise that's my dad. Like, and I'm like, fucking swing your hook. Realistically, I was looking at Dan going,
Mate, he's really picked the wrong target here.
Yeah, he chose the wrong one.
Dad, I'd never buy that.
Come on, Dad.
I'll give you the money. Shut up. Buy it. I'll give you the money. Shut up.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure about the pills and the cocaine out here.
Yeah, they look
fuck me, I'll do some shrooms.
They look very dodgy. Those.
Oh, that's the best thing I've ever heard in my life. I love that.
Oh dear. No, you got to say as it is.
So, clip that.
All right, I want
that
to
on
drop in the
TikTok.
comment, guys, if you want us to do a little podcast while we're out on shrooms.
Yeah, we will
If
go find some shrooms.
We'll
We'll
get-
do a podcast on shrooms.
enough of you rate it, mate, we'll do it.
Yeah. Don't worry, Tina. They're portobello mushrooms.
Well, she did tell us before we came out, you know, don't make it PG for me, you know. Just go, you know.
How are you going to be PG? Don't worry, Tina. We will make sure that this is filth.
Oh, mate, he's getting sent home on a plane in a bit. The minute it says, he's like,
But that is filth.
Mr. Green, get on that plane.
You fucking prick! Oh. No way.
Whilst we're talking about Thailand and being out here, mate, have you heard what's been happening with these surgeries in Thailand?
Oh my
Go
god,
on.
I did hear this.
So these women are coming out here for boob jobs, right?
Is this
Come
quite
out
common?
here, get the boob job because it's cheaper out here. So
Yeah,
it makes
yeah.
sense. You come out here, you get your plastic
Kind of like
in,
medical
right?
tourism. You go out there, you get like you go to Turkey, get your teeth done because it's cheaper than Britain. You know what I mean? That sort of
Yeah,
stuff, right?
yeah, I know a few lads have
Yeah,
done that.
so
Yeah.
what they've done is they've come out here, they've got the boobs done, all good, right? So you come home all bandaged up, didn't you, right?
Of course.
About a few weeks later, they're taking off these bandages, go, oh, nice set of tits, right? Looking down and go, where's my nipples? Right?
They've had the nipples.
The Thai surgeons are stealing their nipples to sell them to ladyboys who want feminine nipples.
Yeah.
And by the time they realise, they're back home. They've got no nipples anymore.
And the thing is, you ain't never
Honestly.
going to find them, are you? Let's be
How are you
real.
ever going
No,
to fix that?
You've then
Because
got
surely
to
that can't be legal.
Yeah,
You've then
well,
got to buy
definitely not.
somebody else's nipples that somebody else has nicked to try and replace your
It's
nipples.
fucking fine. They're not. It's not a pack of fucking bread, is it? It's not.
You pop down like
you
in
don't just
Tesco.
go down to Tesco's and I'll have eggs, sugar, flour, milk. Oh yeah, you've got nipples on there and all. Yeah, stick that on there.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't just pull it off the fucking
not being
shelf,
funny if
mate.
your bird's going to be distraught.
Oh
Of course
my
you are.
god. Oh my.
Jesus
See,
Christ.
see, for me, slice mine off today. Like,
The thing is, you then come back and you got big old burger nipples now because that's all you could get as a replacement.
Yeah.
You just draw them on.
Some really fit tart's gonna have my nipples. Con, wouldn't that put you off, eh?
Jeez.
Wouldn't that put you off? If you was, let's say, right,
mate, she's a
you had a bird on top of you, right, and you think, oh, let's give her nipples a little suck. You do her bra off, you.
That's not right.
Dad?
and then you go, what have you done with Lee? Seriously.
You're used to sucking on men's nipples, aren't you?
No comment.
No comment. Next question.
Moving on.
I wonder if it's the same when they have their foreskin off, if they're taking that away and sticking it on some other fella.
Oh my
Well, I've had my foreskin chopped off, and I
don't
promise you now,
Genuinely?
you're not going to want that on anyone else's penis.
Yeah, but not everyone else is an
Did
effective
you keep it as a souvenir? Like a little
I wanted
goodie bag?
to.
Oh my
I
god.
said to him after, like, come on.
Give it back.
Yeah, give it back.
Well,
It's mine after all.
It is mine after all.
I said, it's been with me longer than it's been with you. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I'll come out here. I didn't even know that. They sort of learning more about you, boy.
Yeah, but, you know,
It is what it is, isn't it?
it is what it is.
You know, if you've lost a nipple, you've lost a nipple. So shout out to mate. If there's anyone out there who's actually lost a nipple, could you send us a picture of your 9 nipples?
Everybody in the comments, please press F for respect of the people that have lost their nipples.
Yeah, go like and subscribe.
Like
Like
and
respect
subscribe.
for
And
the
it-
people that have lost their nipples.
And if this has happened to you, do get in contact. We'd love to hear your story, and maybe we can air it out and get a bit of awareness to this. We don't want anyone else falling into this. Oh,
yeah, we don't need everyone without any nipples, mate.
Imagine we just get about 50,000 stories of people
But
losing their
then
nipples.
this
I'd
is
be
this
surprised,
is
mate,
but, then,
Jesus.
but this comes back to like this is totally avoidable by just accepting that you have small tits. Nothing wrong with them. I quite like them.
Why? I don't understand why. Like, okay.
Mate, I can't add inches onto my penis. So how come you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, why did you get?
I think men are fucked in this certain way because obviously women have a lot of accessories as such. You know, where they've got their makeup.
Honestly, they can reinvent themselves completely.
Some women like to do, you know, their eyelashes and their nose and there's nothing wrong with doing that.
Yeah.
But as men, we're fucked.
Well then, right.
If you're ugly as a man, you're fucked.
This is the routine. You get out the shower, you're ready for a night out. I go to the mirror. All right, that's it.
That's
go.
it.
No,
That's all you got.
No, you're chatting absolute fucking bollocks.
No.
After a good hour in the shower, all right.
Nicholas spends an hour in the shower and he spends 45 minutes tugging and teasing his hair and then he starts on his hair. And that takes another half hour.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, it comes out looking the exact way he did it the first stroke he did. Right? I don't get it.
What do you do for an hour in the shower as well? Like,
I have a little boogie, mate. I've got some tunes
is
playing.
it like a private concert?
It's like it's a pre-rave, mate. Isn't it? You know what I mean? Like,
If he has a shower in the morning before he goes to work, right, and you're staying at his house, it's like 4:30 in the morning.
Oh,
All of a sudden, this drum and bass is just coming up from upstairs, and boom, floorboards are going. You'll feel earthquake.
You're thinking, am I still fucked the night before?
Fuck me, them shrooms were strong.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
this is a Rector 6 on the on the Rector scale.
The whole house is fucking shaking, you know?
Yeah, mate, it's absolutely nuts. That is wild, isn't it?
It is wild.
4:30 in the morning. It's poor neighbours who work normal jobs.
I would have
Oh
that.
my
I'll
God.
be down.
Well, yeah, I know. We don't have
Shut
to get
up, you
He
can't.
can't do that because his music is doing that. Dun,
Oh,
dun, dun.
yeah, he's like, I love this one.
Do you know
Dun, 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 dun,
Do you know what? I
dun.
actually had this problem. So I was in the
Shut
shower.
up, you can't. Dun,
Jaws
dun.
just going all over the place.
I was in the shower, right? And then obviously I'm playing music as I am. I'm just having a good time like you do. And then I hear a slight knock. What the fuck is that? I was like, was that my music? So I eventually turn my music down. There's a geezer trying to get to knock on my door, trying to give me a delivery. He's been there for 30 minutes. And I haven't fucking noticed. He's been banging on my door
Why is he
while I'm
still
in the
there?
shower. I don't know. He's a
That's
committed
a committed man.
He is a
Mate.
committed man. And do you know what? I'd
You must
apologise
have said to him, you ain't getting paid if you don't deliver that, mate.
Mate, you should have a cup of tea.
Yeah, I should have. Sorry, mate. While you're waiting.
Right in there, mate.
Come and
yeah.
help yourself. Some biscuits over there.
Mate, I did come down and let you
Here's my
hair's
missus,
wet,
I've got
towel
a
around myself. Like,
rats
sorry,
with
mate.
What a bloke.
Animal, isn't it? It's like when you spend so long in the shower, you're missing so much of life.
Do you know what I realised while we're out there though?
Go on.
Like, because obviously people think, oh, you're not going to be able to do, because my dad was taking a piss, so essentially I get a lot of takeaways, a lot of Deliveroo, you know what I mean, when I was back home. And he's like, you'll be able to do any of that while you're out there? I'm like, fucking you're wrong, old man.
Not only that, it's half the price.
It's a fraction of the price.
Half the price.
I mean, don't get it twisted. We are cooking.
Yeah.
We are eating traditional Thai food. However, this morning
Last
They
night
call
we had
it-
some bacon rolls
we had some bacon rolls, cooked here though. With
Yeah.
what is
with egg.
potentially bacon.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
pork.
what it was.
I don't know if it's bacon, but it's pork.
It's pork, and then it's in rashers, so
Yeah.
it's good enough for me.
We tried it.
Comes out a little bit grey, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit on the. I don't know.
I think you're used to it being
yeah.
smoked. I think that's the difference.
It didn't taste like bacon.
I mean, it tastes like pork.
It tastes
Yeah.
like pork. It just tastes like thin sliced pork.
There's not much I could do.
Yeah.
No.
We can't work miracles.
I
mate.
mean, if you
Yeah.
are at the Thai embassy, I wouldn't mind you getting some thick cut smoked bacon.
Yeah.
Do us a favour.
Slurry.
Send us some bacon. Back
Yeah,
from
do you know
England.
what? If there's anyone out there who's like running a farm and you want to sponsor us, right, we'd love a bit of bacon.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
If you could ship us a bit of bacon.
Oh, yeah, a decent cup of tea wouldn't go amiss either.
Oh mate, he's dying with this.
Oh mate, he's
Fuck,
having a
mate.
nightmare.
He's been bitterly upset, you see, because he can't get a decent brew.
Mate,
Bloody
I
anyway.
might go inside and have a cry now.
So me and Nick are right, 'cause we drink coffee. We are normal people. We're coffee drinkers. It's 21st century.
I like weak coffee. I don't like strong coffee.
Yeah, you didn't
Okay.
like that coffee this morning, did you?
No, I didn't. It tastes like cat piss.
You have surprised me though, right? Because you are a man who likes what he likes. You are like Carl
Yes.
Pilkington, right?
In a sense, yeah.
Right, and you've
And
been
I'll,
eating the local
if I
food.
see something, I'll say it how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are going to get some absolute gold
Yeah, there's
when
gonna
we
be-
take him to these food markets and get him to eat insects, right?
Oh, we'll go
'Cause
to the night markets, mate. Oh.
it's going to be bizarre for him.
It's going to be a different planet, like a different world.
I mean, you've got little fish swimming about in a little tray. And go,
Oh, you fuck.
what one do you want? They take it out. They
What one
come
do I
in
want? I
the-
don't want any of them, mate.
And I loads of frogs all in
what
the box.
one do I want?
They're just ripping the skin off them,
Oh, God.
battering them to death with a hammer.
We'd like to mention we haven't actually witnessed any of that yet.
Yeah,
So
no,
the
this
food,
is
the
just-
food we've actually seen out here.
I don't know
has
whether-
been
I don't know whether we'll
genuinely
see that
chicken,
here.
pork,
The
beef.
food has been lovely. We've had a bit of fish.
Oh,
we've
the
had-
honestly,
food has been
outstanding.
so good.
Out
Yeah,
bloody
I
standing.
So
I've
good.
got to say enough for the Thai people.
Honestly.
the Thai people are absolutely amazing. They're so accommodating.
They would do anything for it. Honestly, you need a hand. They're so friendly, and they'll literally go out their way. Honestly,
The
they'll do
food
anything
is
for it.
incredible.
Yeah.
can
The
cook bloody
prices
well.
are fucking exquisite.
Yeah.
That's it. And we also had that. We also remember when we was coming back from the beach and we got chatted up, and there was that Thai woman.
Oh, yeah, she
And
wanted a million
in
for a Thai.
in the massage parlour. They was all going, hey boys, and one of them was like, just 1 minute, just give me 1 minute. That's all I want. And I was, I
Yeah, you
love
know why that is, though, didn't you? They want your dollar.
Yeah.
They don't actually like her.
You
They-
can't,
they'll
you
literally
can't
go,
drag me over.
Don't knock the
saying,
man
"Oh,
down,
yeah,
right?
You can't go, come here, big boy, have a go on me, and then go, yeah, that'd be 50 quid, please.
Oh yeah, that's a bit of realism to it, mate. They're drawing you
Yeah.
into a massage parlour. If you're in a, well, maybe not the bar because it's lady bars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you get approached in the street,
We're not going to go in
that's
them lady
what
bars, are we?
yeah.
No, we do not agree with prostitution. Not at all. So yeah, we're gonna have a crack at that later.
Free for one? What?
Jesus.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're gonna see if they do any deals like 3 for 2 or something.
And that'll be just for me. What are you guys saying?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it.
I'm fucking it.
Oh dear. Moving on to a bit of philosophy for you lads. I know this is a little bit out there.
I
That's a big word.
don't know if it's a bit early in the morning for a bit of philosophy, but I'm taking it. I love
It's
it.
not
I love
us.
it.
This is right. up
We're
your
getting a bit
street.
deep now, lads. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Right. So, have any of you seen the Joe Rogan and Jimmy Carr podcast?
I have. I really enjoyed it actually. 'Cause Jimmy Carr's funny as fuck.
I don't know
Jimmy
if I've
Carr's
seen that
quite
one.
philosophical.
He's a clever man.
He's a very intelligent
he's a
man.
very-
He's a lot more intelligent than you'd expect him to be. But
For a comedian, you don't realise how intelligent he actually is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the
Because
same
he's-
as Joe Rogan,
Yeah,
really.
that's exactly the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he made a very good point about the Roman Empire and the British Empire as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know this is very funny. When you TikTok people, we're talking about the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
How often do men think about the Roman Empire?
On that note, genuinely, at least twice a day, minimum. I'd probably say.
He is constantly turning. he loves an aqueduct, and to be fair, the Romans have had heating for thousands of years. Nick's not had heating for 3 years.
I ain't had century in my house for a good 4 years, boys.
I mean, I can't remember the last time we turned the heating on in my house.
At the moment your mum turns it on, your dad goes, no!
Yeah, that's it.
Please, my
Turn
wallet,
that fucking
my wallet.
Start a fire. But better to philosophy.
That's it.
So Jimmy Carr made a very good point. I think he was right about this.
Mm.
So he said that the Roman Empire never really ended. It just became the Catholic Church.
And if you think about it, Christianity wasn't around until the Romans essentially. It happened. That's the whole story of Christianity with the Bible. The Romans were all part of the persecution from the Romans and stuff. So that time era is perfect. And then obviously Christianity became the main religion in Rome
Yeah.
at the time in Italy. And then all their wealth is buried underground in the Vatican. If you think about it, they've got unbelievable
And in there,
amounts.
there'll be stuff that are thousands and thousands.
I bet you there's so much stuff in there that not a single human being, apart from a select handful of people, have ever even witnessed.
But you've got all these riches from the Roman Empire at the international home of the paedophile.
Yeah. The greatest collection.
We're not adding anyone, but you know.
How's that though? I am.
Oh,
Catholic
no,
Church
I'm
of
not funny.
Genesis.
Yeah.
So it's quite a philosophical point. Is all these riches, they didn't lose their influence, they didn't lose their power. Like how much power have the Catholic Church
Had for how many thousands of years? Yes.
The Roman Empire was very, very fucking powerful, wasn't it?
It was, but like it then become the Catholic Church, which was just as powerful.
The seat of power changed.
All the kings around Europe all answered to the Catholic Church right up until Henry VIII.
Yeah.
Decided he turned round.
Go on, Henry.
Go on. He went round to the old popage, right? He went, look, mate.
My missus is doing my head in. I
Well,
want to
his
get rid of
sisters
her.
get a
I
bit
want to bin her
old.
off.
I need to upgrade for a younger model, mate.
I've just cut me wife's head off.
Any chance of a divorce, mate?
Yeah.
And he was like, absolutely not. And he goes, whoopsie daisy, heads off.
Yeah, treason.
New missus.
Hi, treason. Think of your son, treason, head off.
Treason.
So he then invented his own church. So
And that's where you got the Church of England, boys.
all you Christians are just like, mate, he literally just made it up himself. I don't get it.
So that's another thing. Like, I mean, I was born into a family of the English Church, the Church of England. I mean, in reality, we want to talk about it's the faith and it goes back thousands of years. No, because it wasn't even that religion. It really is. It wasn't that.
It's
you know what I
actually.
mean? It only appeared when Henry VIII was about. You know what I mean? Like, so it kind of
Before that,
contradicts
it was just all
itself.
Catholic.
Yeah, we were all happy Catholics at one point, I guess.
And then we become Protestants.
Yeah, then we become Protestants and then went to war with like every country in Europe over it because we were the only Protestant country in Europe at the
We
time.
fucking won!
Of course we did.
Yeah, so why we were so successful in invading the world, that the British Empire reigned so supreme.
Well, what's your theory in this then?
So, during the Middle Ages, it was a requirement in this country by the king. He passed a law to ensure that every man must be able to repeatedly fire a longbow at a very accurate and precise rate. And through doing this over centuries, the British man's skeleton he had a stronger shoulder and a slightly longer arm. Right?
Got quite good at it.
Which
Then.
allowed him to fire more arrows than these continental opponents.
Equivalents. Yeah.
And that allowed him to absolutely ransack the entire fucking world.
Yeah, so I know a little bit about this. Essentially, after William the Conqueror come in, and he really realised that he needed a standing army and he couldn't rely on essentially Norman mercenaries all the time. Mm-hmm. So after his reign kicked on, I don't know if it was him or his son after that, but everyone would have to learn, every British person or English person would have to learn how to fire a longbow. And obviously, I don't know if anyone's held a longbow before, but the drawback of a longbow string is honestly, you'd have to use your feet and your arms to pull it back.
Especially back in them days, it's like 180, maybe 200 pound
These are insane amounts of power. So then what you're training is people from a young age, probably about 6, 8 years old, and they're firing these longbows. So then over generations, their forearms have become massive. So when you come to fight the French a few hundred years later,
their skeletons have evolved.
And then what was happening is we could just outfire in arrows. They were faster, they were more fire rate, they were more powerful, and that's what blittered the French pretty much. That's why we dominated France for so long.
Unfortunately, these days, Britain is a country of absolute wet wipes. If we was to go to war now, how would this work? Everyone's identified as a fucking tripod.
There'd be too many.
Well, you can't send a frying pan.
I can't go to war. I'm gonna get my nails ruined. You know, like.
The thing is, like, it was always, it was women and children that would go to war, right? Yeah. These days, it'd only be the women that went to war.
Oh, mate. Back then, it was like, I'm not fighting. Yes, you fucking are. Grab a sword, grab a fucking shield. You get out there.
Here's a bow. Go to the front line.
Literally.
I mean, I can't lie, mate. If they called up military service, I'd give it that a swerve.
Oh, mate, yeah.
I'll be staying out the country.
I've got no interest in fighting another people.
If they called me up, just send me.
I've got absolutely no patriotism left in me. I am not dying in another field for a king that doesn't give a fuck about me.
Yes, yeah.
It's not going to happen. You've had too many wars in the past. Surely you've worked it out by now. We don't fancy it. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Right? You want to have a war? All right, better idea, right? I've solved wars, right? This is how we're going to do it from now on, yeah? So international leaders, fucking get over this, right? So this is what we do. Right, we do a 1v1 from here on out, yeah? So what we do, right? So say like, Russia wants to go to war with Ukraine, yeah? Brilliant, right? So what we do, Putin versus Zelensky. Put him in the cage, right, octagon. Get an octagon, fight to the
Put
death.
it on box office as well.
Yeah,
Box office. Yeah, make a bit of money out of it right there. I'd buy that.
I'll watch that.
Yeah.
The winner takes the kitty, you know, there you go.
That's it.
And then he has the
Love
other one's
that.
country and all.
Love that.
That way, no man who doesn't get to declare war has to
She
die.
just has to die for it.
And therefore, the only people who die are the people who declare the fucking war to begin with. So
Yeah,
how
they
about
like
that?
it.
Let's try that one instead.
Who would you put Sunak up against?
I say that I think I wouldn't want
Oh.
Sunak, right? I'm gonna.
I would prefer to. If it was
Do
a
you know
fight,
what,
I would have
right?
preferred Boris Johnson.
No, see, I think.
If there's a fight, but that Brahman bird who's been sacked has got more of a fucking spine than fucking Rishi does. I'm not being funny, she'd do it better in a fucking cage match against him. Oh my god, mate, the geezer's a jellyfish.
I think we play a tactical one here, lads. I think, it's a general election coming next year, right? Let's get Fast and Furious to run.
Yeah, big up.
Mate, we'll conquer the world.
Paddy Pimlet.
Gypsy King, mate.
Paddy Pimlet.
We'll have a couple running. Let's just employ people to fight them.
And they can run the country.
They can run the country. You can't do any worse a job.
Yeah, no, you
people
cannot
in charge
mismanage
now
this
don't
country
have
now.
Well, if you look at America, they've had old actors and businessmen that have run the
Yeah.
country. Like no political
It
background
kind of
whatsoever.
makes sense to have a businessman running the country. Like, from a
does,
financial
yeah.
standpoint, you are going to benefit hugely from it.
Obviously, I'm talking about Donald Trump in that sense.
Yeah.
But then you've got to think the American economy hasn't been as better as it has been 100 or like the best of 100 years than when Trump was in power.
Fuck
Because
off.
he stopped paying out money to anyone who...
Yeah, he wasn't giving money to the enemies of his nation. That's what he stopped doing. He stopped giving money to people who class themselves as enemies of his nation. He was like, well, why am I funding the military programs of my enemies?
And he also turned around to the rest of NATO and said you need to start spending on defence because
Yeah.
we do your spending for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is fair enough.
In truth, yeah,
That is
mate,
fair.
It's very true.
Right, not being funny,
Very
America
true.
spent more money on defence than the next 26 countries combined. 25 of them are allies.
Yeah. So there's only one other country in that list
It's
that's
China,
anywhere
isn't it?
near their spend budget. Well, it's still 20. They're still 27 times more than
Yeah.
the nearest enemy. So they've got 27%
But
more.
why?
funding.
that's America in a nutshell, though,
It
isn't
is.
it? Really.
That is.
Yeah,
Don't worry about their healthcare, but I mean guns. We love
Guns and ammo.
America.
I believe it's.
Fuck yeah.
I believe
It's
it's
an eagle
written.
with a shotgun, mate.
I believe it's written. Is it? If there's Americans watching, you might have to remind me of what the amendment's called. Is it the,
The
second
amendment.
Is it
Second Amendment.
Is it the Second Amendment?
Second Amendment.
Which pretty much says that.
Every man has the right to bear arms.
Do you know when that was written?
Yeah, 17 something.
During the
About
of the
seven-
Constitution.
Yeah, in the 1700s, right, where people were shooting
Muskets.
muskets that hold one bullet, and it took about 10 minutes to put the gunpowder in with
Yeah.
a rod, right?
Yeah.
Fucking burrow it down, and by then you've already calmed fucking down, haven't you? Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that
By the time you've had one of them.
Yeah, by the time you've I'll calm down after that.
After you've had one of them, you feel much better. You don't want to kill anyone.
No, just think about it though, really, like shoving a rod. That was when it was written, when they were firing one bullet muskets that take 10 minutes to reload.
What are you saying? You should get rid of it.
I think so. Why do you need it?
But I completely disagree. I think they need to keep it. They need to limit it and license
Yes.
it, right, on the basis
Regulate
of...
it.
The reason
Why?
it's there is so that the government can never just dictate to the people.
So if they ever
There's
betray
always
the
more
people,
people.
So what you're trying to say is that if the people really wanted to dictate, they can get their guns out and start shooting
Yeah.
up the place.
Well, no, that's
no,
what
no.
no. If the government try and start dictating and try and control you like the British did,
like the
with
British
Iraq,
government are doing now.
Yeah,
I mean, like
Right,
you
it's
guys,
like
they got
back in the
facial
day,
recognition.
This is where this amendment come from. Is when the British left, they never wanted that to happen again.
Yes.
It was like they had
Right.
no right just to come here and enslave us, basically.
Only Americans
And
should
they
be able
went,
to dictate American law. Yeah,
So
yeah.
they went like, yeah, exactly. So
Which is fair enough, to be honest.
So they went,
Yeah.
right, so stop that from happening again.
It won't
Every
happen
man
again.
needs to be armed. Well, no, it's
But
happening
that's
now,
the
mate.
point. You try and invade America.
What?
Once you've defeated,
What,
if you
What, Britain
defeat,
are trying to invade America?
No. The American government control the American public, mate.
Right,
Yes.
right.
They
got
get
ya.
censored, anything they
Yeah.
say is bad out of order, like they're paying back.
That's
they're
what-
paying out compensation to families of slaves, right?
that have never been enslaved.
Never been slaves.
That's bollocks.
They were the
For
slave
me, like,
traders.
that is absolute bollocks.
No, well, I don't know. I can't remember her name, but people
Oh,
will know
right,
this.
yes. So
There was
your
a-
great granddad did something, so we're going to hand you one a neck for it. How about that?
Yeah.
Innit? I never met the bloke.
I don't even know his name.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
as related to him as I am to
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what I mean?
But they also, I can't remember the name,
It's our
but she
fucking
was.
way of thinking, mate, because everyone throughout history has been slaves. What do you think the British were when the Romans turned up?
Yeah.
We were fucking slaves, mate.
And
What do you think they did to us? What
do
the
you think-
Saxons and the Vikings, they come pillage and they raided us and they would take us back as slaves.
Everyone likes to forget about the massive
Well, like, the
Anglo
Jews
slave
in
trade,
Egypt.
where the Irish would come over, the Viking Irish would come over to
Yeah.
England, enslave the local villages, and send them back to Ireland, and then sell them off to foreign nations.
The
Like, everyone
Jews-
forgot about that.
The
You know what I
Jews
mean?
in
No,
Egypt were slaves.
Yeah.
Like, every
Oh, there's been slavery
Every
has
nation
been
around
around
the world.
since.
every ethnicity of people
Yes,
have
a
at
slave.
one time or another been slaves.
Yeah.
There's some.
It's like then you've got like Asian people say, "Oh, we've never had it," and they're like, "Oh, that's bullshit." Yeah, I mean, like the Koreans had the
Koreans have the longest
unbroken
run-
chain of slavery in
in the
human
world.
history.
Nuts, isn't it?
The longest chain of unbroken chain of slavery in history of humankind.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
No one talks about that, do
No,
they?
but no, you know what I mean.
No, I don't. No.
But everyone remembers.
But to be fair, North Korea is a little bit. North Korea is a little bit funny, though, isn't it?
Oh mate, yeah, yeah.
Like Kim Jong Un, he has pulled an absolute welder.
How he's
Yeah,
pulled
I
that off? Yeah, I mean,
Mate.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean-
they all think he's a god.
They genuinely believe he's a god. Like you cannot.
Well, that's the
discuss
idea, isn't it,
That's
really?
what I'm going for.
Yeah. Why can't they think I'm a god?
Is there anyone who wants to come and join our cult?
Isn't it? We're still founding members of the Jedi religion, aren't we?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yes.
I suppose we're not founding members, but you know.
We're not
we are.
founding, but we are believers. we are.
We are
Yeah.
Jedi now. We use
We
the
are.
Force daily.
May the force be with you.
Yesterday I used the Force to have a Tom tank. Felt incredible.
I could hear it.
Yeah. Just a... Let's just see my arse, mate. It's like Chewbacca yawning.
Oh my
It is.
god.
That's the sound your
What a
arse
sight
makes
to
when it
behold.
farts, isn't it?
It is, mate. It is,
And I can understand it. I'm like Han, you know what I mean?
He's like fucking.
Yes, I know you shit yourself, Dan.
So that's what I talk to you about.
I'm fucking boiling, mate.
Here's on it.
It's very
I am
good.
sweating my nuts off. My balls right now are swimming in a pool of sweat.
So he moans about the cold. He moans about the arch.
Oh no, yeah, we're in Britain, he's moaning his chili, and then we get out here, now he's moaning his up. You can't wait,
fucking
you
moaning
can't wait.
about
We can't
his
make this boy
content.
happy.
It's no, I don't like that one. Oh no, to the rule. On that one. I don't like it.
I don't
I want
like
that one. I want that one.
You're going out to get
Alright.
tonight, yeah.
Am I? Am I going out to get
Who
some
believes
Boomtown?
Little Britain deserved to be cancelled?
Me.
Do you reckon?
It was
I don't.
shit.
It was, alright. But
I
on the
have to
grounds for
disagree.
what it's been cancelled for, do you reckon that should have been censored?
I
It should never have been
people
great to begin with. It was one of the worst British programmes to ever air on TV. That and that one in the anything David Williams
It's quite an
does.
unpopular opinion.
I
no.
think you got a thing against David Williams,
No,
mate.
no, he's a shit actor, mate. I like him as a person. Right?
Yeah, he's
But-
a lovely man,
We're
don't
not
get me
seeing him
wrong.
like a
It's
league
nothing
in their
personal,
own.
is it? It's nothing
It's nothing
personal.
personal. I just
No.
don't like your work, mate. You seem a lovely fella, yeah? You're quite funny when you appear on other people's shows, like just being yourself, yeah?
Be yourself, mate.
But when you act, and anything that you come up with is utter shit, mate. I can't lie. I'm not
Sorry,
saying
mate.
I'm no genius, but you're shit. You're shit at your job. You've just
Sorry,
done
David.
well.
I'm sure he's a nice fellow.
You're a stranger.
He is a
Mugs
guy.
do well.
We get him on the podcast, don't we, if he wants to come on?
I don't think
Oh,
he wastes his
no,
time.
I don't think he'd want to come on now.
I don't want him on. He's in my Stephen Fry category. It's my shit list.
Really? That much? Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
he's on my shit list.
Oh, I'm sorry, Stephen.
James Corden makes that list as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, James called it a knobhead.
Right. So now we're
Yeah,
Well,
who's on your celebrity shit list?
On
Three
my
celebrities you don't like.
three celebrities I don't
Which
like.
cannot stand.
Oh fuck me, there's a few up there. How long we got? Jesus Christ.
Well, three of them, mate.
All right, I'm gonna go
Like mine all.
Dele Alli. I can't stand that guy.
I don't like Dele Alli.
Don't like Dele Alli. I just think his attitude absolutely stinks. He had so much potential to be a great player.
I
But
think you should have watched the interview of Gary Neville.
let's scrap that one then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe,
All right.
you know,
Yeah.
get touched as a kid and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Forgot about that.
But go on, carry on.
Anyway, so my three celebrities.
Yeah. So what three celebrities don't you like, though?
Jimmy Savile, Gary Glutt.
No, the ones,
we running through
the
our
ones,
favourites?
the ones that you don't like. The ones that you don't like.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Jim will
Three celebrities that I don't like.
So I've got my three, right?
There has been a few. Fuck me.
I've got Stephen Fry,
I don't know what your problem is with Stephen Fry, to be honest.
James Corden,
Oh, I
Stephen
can
Fry.
understand James Corden. He's a penis. He's a big old penis.
Stephen Fry's a cock. James Corden is a fucking massive
He's a
helmet.
massive
He is one of the
helmet.
biggest helmets.
He's done well for himself though.
Helmets
Yeah,
always do.
Yeah,
He has
they
done
do.
really well.
Helmets always do well for themselves.
Like-
Isn't it strange?
And do you know what's really weird? Because I grew up watching Gavin and Stacey.
Oh, mate, Gavin
Yeah.
Stacey's class.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Yeah.
He's a dickhead
Oh,
himself.
yeah,
Yeah.
as a person, I reckon he's
Good,
brilliant.
he's a good comedy actor. Give him that.
Yeah, he's funny, but
It was funny in Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah.
I liked him there.
Yeah.
Stephen Fry, James Corden. I think it's a bit harsh to include David Williams because I do like him as a person.
yeah, he's
I
a
don't
nice
like his
lad.
work.
Yeah, he's just some of his stuff is a bit weak. You know what I mean?
Oh, you don't like Little Britain. It's just not me. It's just not a bit of me. I think
Yeah,
it's
well,
shit.
mate, I enjoy it. Not all of it. Don't get me wrong.
So
Some of
Matt,
it's fine.
is it Matt Lucas?
Matt Lucas.
The fucking other fella in Little
Oh
Britain.
yeah.
Yeah, you're a knobhead, son.
Do you reckon?
or Bill Bailey, Jonathan Ross.
Oh, that's one of mine.
Ross.
Yeah.
Bill Bailey.
Bill Bailey.
I've actually met Bill Bailey. I used to work on
Oh
his.
really?
Yeah. No, yeah.
he's one of them, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's
I used to
No
work
way.
on. So Bill Bailey's definitely. Oh, thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Bill Bailey. I used to work on his pond.
Who's that politician in Chelsea Harbour?
I don't think she's a celebrity.
Oh, but she's a politician.
Yeah, they are safely celebrated.
She's a Labour politician living in Chelsea Harbour.
Yeah, because she's
Working
really
class.
with the people, isn't she? Yeah.
For the people.
For the people with your dollar.
As long as there's
Nah.
a nice security door to keep the scum out.
Alright,
you know what I
alright.
mean? Like-
So the reason why I'm choosing Bill Bailey as number one is because I used to work on his pond, right? I used to work for a company a while back. It wasn't that long ago, but so I used to work for a company called, I can't say that, Kiva, can I?
No, maybe not.
I used to work.
If he's still a client, maybe not.
I used to work for a pond firm, okay, and we'd done Bill Bailey's pond, and I've met him a few times. And there was this one time where it was me and my brother, and we went to his house. I'm not going to tell anyone where, or I'm not going to leave that
don't
out.
need to know.
Don't need to know. And while we were there, back then, this was quite a few years ago. We had the job sheet on a piece of paper,
Yeah.
where they've got to sign it just to say that we've been there and we've
Yeah,
done the
yeah.
work, and he's happy with what we've done. So I've said, I've opened the door and he's there sitting on his counter. He's doing a bit of work. I don't know what he's doing. He's writing things up, and I say, "Excuse me, Mr. Bailey, could somebody sign this for us just to say that we've been and we've done what we've done?" He's looked up, saw me, didn't say a single word, and he waved his hands at me like I was a fart in the room.
Oh my God.
And he's gone. I looked at him and I went, and I just walked out, and I just went.
Oh mate,
Tell me,
you're an actual cunt,
walked
mate,
out,
aren't you?
went out to my brother. He went, "Did you sign it?" I went, "Come on, we're going." He was like, "What?" I went, "Just asked him to sign it," and he just whiffed me away like I was a smelly fart in the room.
Mate.
In fairness, the smell when you come into the room.
Yeah, that might be the reason why he done it. Yeah,
It might not actually be the.
he might have gone.
Oh fuck off!
Do you know what? That is something I really do hate about some celebrities, because some of them stay fairly grounded. You know what I mean? Like some of them, you know what I mean? They still walk around the
Nice
streets.
people.
You know what I mean? And like, but then they get to like this point and they just think they're better than human beings. It's like, fuck me, you can be still civil. You've got some humanity. You treat someone with respect. You know what I mean? Like someone goes hello, you just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I quite like it when a common man pies a celebrity.
Oh yeah, I like that. There's some videos of that in there. Class.
You know, I've done it with Patrick Vieira. Right? Patrick Vieira's outside Japan. He's going, "Come on out here, Patrick." I was like, "Oh fuck that." Just walked off the other way.
Oh, I did see this video. So this geezer's trying to get into a nightclub, and the bouncer's like, "No, mate, I'm letting you in." He's letting these birds in, and he goes, "Do you know who my dad is? My dad will hear you."
I've seen
this
that
sort of stuff.
knobhead.
And I was like, "Mate, you're
Yeah.
a wanker." Oh,
You're
go
an
on.
absolute. He's like,
Get
"Yeah,
out."
I'm gonna buy this nightclub and then I'm gonna sack you."
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, mate.
How
You're-
entitled do you need to get at that age?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
How
What a-
fucking spoiled,
What a
like, no
privileged
good
little
cunt
prick you
rotten
are.
can
The
you
moment
be?
you say, "Do you know who my dad is?" what that tells me is you've not done anything of value with
in
your life.
You are pathetic.
You know
And
who
you've
my
got
dad is?
you've got all
No,
the
should I?
You've got all the finances in the world to be able to do something.
When
with
you're
your
a
life.
grown man and you have to go, "Daddy, Daddy," then you're a fucking pathetic.
Daddy, I've run out of £1 million. Can you top me up? Yeah. Daddy, I crashed the Porsche. No worries, son. I'll go get a new one in the morning.
Oh, no worries.
Daddy, our cook's car just bounced.
Daddy, I crashed the Aston Martin. That's okay. Take the Bentley.
Take the Bentley.
Okay, that's enough.
Alright, we've had our cigarette break, and well, let's go get the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We are back. We are back.
Return of the Mac.
Return of the Mac once again.
Right.
All right.
So, moving on. We just want to give you a little bit of an update on what you can expect from us over the next 6 or 7 months, and going forward, hopefully. So we're going to produce some travel content for you about what life's like here and us getting up to a few activities, and you know, you'll see a bit of the locals and how they eat and
how they live generally.
How they live, what the lifestyle's like,
Culture.
And we're going to get up to some. I mean, obviously, this is coming from the point of view of 3 working class
Idiots.
Yeah.
who have very rarely left the country to go anywhere like this.
Right.
So you could expect a few shocks from us.
Yeah.
We've never seen it before.
No,
You know, it's-
imagine some absolute comedy gold. Once a month, we're going to do a challenge. For a bit of an example of one we've got booked in, is in North Vietnam, in Halong Bay. There is a floating bar, right, somewhere out in the middle of these little islands that are just off the coast. We don't know where it is. None of us are going to have maps on our phone.
Of course, we don't know where it is.
Right? That's the beauty of it. We're all going to be lost in this little maze of islands. And we're going to get some kayaks, and we're going to have a race to the bar. And there'll be a forfeit for the loser. So if any of you want to come up with a forfeit for us,
Much obliged.
much obliged, and we will get to it on that one. We're going to get round and do a few bits, aren't we? You know, you'll get a view of the nightlife. We're going to talk to some locals. We're going to talk to some travellers, see what they get up to, see what wild shit they do,
Yeah.
and all round just generally have a laugh.
Yeah, we're going to try and make it as fun as we can for you guys, because, you know,
Yeah.
as much as we do enjoy, you know, sitting down and talking to you lot, we absolutely love it, but obviously we would also love to be out there just making things that you can watch and that you can just enjoy and not worry about for a while, you know, that sort of stuff.
Just making it happen.
Making it happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Making it happen.
And obviously we've all come out here with the idea of, you know, we don't really know what we're doing, but I think that's also a special part of it, because it's new for everyone.
I think
That's
you're
the thing.
right.
Like, we are doing it from the point of view of like the common man, right? Your average working man goes to work, you know, he's an electrician, he's a plumber, he's a whatever he is, right? He's a plasterer, or you know, he cleans ponds, or he works in a factory, whatever he is, the common man. There's no real knowledge of the internet or cameras or video editing.
No.
We know nothing.
Not a clue.
This is all self-taught. We are just learning on the job. So bear with us, and hopefully you enjoy our content. We have a bit of banter, a few laughs at each other's expense, and
Yeah, of course.
probably be a bit of a boost towards each other at some point.
Of course. But it's all, you know, it's all love.
It's all love. It's all in
It's
good
all
spirit. It's all in
Of
good
course
spirit.
it is. Of course it is.
Good bit of British banter. Terrorising your mates for a
Yeah,
good
none
night.
of us take it personal, do we? You
No.
know?
Not at all.
I've got to say, I'd quite like to get a lady on the podcast.
That would be a
Very
laugh.
interesting. I think it'd be very interesting, actually.
Yeah, it'd be
You know what I mean?
nice.
It's a very
I mean,
different culture
yeah,
to us. To be
Yeah,
honest.
let me rephrase. When I say laugh, I don't mean laugh at them in that sense. I mean in the sense of
Be a giggle to find out.
it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be good to have
Yeah.
a bit of crack with it. We'll introduce him to the British humour, mate. We'll introduce sarcasm to the masses. Right? It's the one that's the greatest British export of all time, is sarcasm. And if you ever talk to an American, you realise that they don't get it.
They really
They
do
don't
not
understand
get
it, do they?
You know, you've got to have a bit up there to get sarcasm, and there's just nothing between their ears, mate.
No.
It's just fucking dust. It's just a monkey with a cymbal going doing.
A little wind up one.
Guns.
Yeah.
Shoot kids, shoot kids, shoot kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck my sister.
Right. You know, over here in the UK, right? They you know, you went to school, right? They go, oh, single file, please. You know, keep the whole well nice and neat. In America, they do that so they get more kids with one bullet.
Conserve ammunition. It's cost efficient.
It's a lie, yeah, that's it.
Cost efficient.
That's it.
No, they're trying to lower
When they're
the
using
amount.
their AR, they want to make sure they can get multiple.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
that defeats the purpose of having an AR, doesn't it? Like if you've got a pistol, but they're all stood in a perfect line.
God, the Americans
You're
are
gonna
not
get
like
through
that. And you Yanks, calm down. We're only
Yeah.
having a laugh.
Yeah, you all think we're tea
Well, going back to that thing a minute ago, sarcasm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You all think we're tea drinking posh wankers.
That's it.
So,
See, to them, they probably thought we were being serious.
yeah. We just assume you all shoot up schools and, you know.
That's all you hear on the news.
Yeah.
I need my AR-15 to protect my poodle.
Again, sarcasm. That's fucking brilliant. Sarcasm.
This is not Call of Duty. You're not invading Iraq, right? You do not need an AR-15 to protect your house,
No, you don't.
right?
Innit? I'm gonna get myself a minigun mounted.
In the same sense, I don't need a samurai sword to protect me from my dog.
No.
Like,
there's a point I'd like to make on this.
Oh no.
So Thailand, there is no restrictions on gun ownership. So any local resident, obviously tourists can't anymore. They used to be able to, but not anymore. So now only locals can buy guns. But there's no restriction on what you can have. You can have whatever you like, right? And their shooting rate is fuck all, right? America, same legislation. Everyone's killing each other.
I did hear about one they did have over it. There was one dude that did shoot up a nursery.
Really?
There was one dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a few years ago, but he did.
Fucking nursery,
That's the only
really?
one I've ever heard of.
But you get one a decade is better than a day
Mate,
in America. And it's like,
it's literally like in America they don't count it unless 2 people die.
that's disgusting.
How nuts is that?
It's
No,
no
there's
class as
2
a- yeah.
people die.
Yeah. They
There's
don't-
2 people
doesn't go
die.
down as a statistic.
In one day.
No, in one incident.
In one incident, there's a school shooting. It doesn't count.
So if you shoot one person, it won't go down as a statistic.
Why?
Shoot 2.
So then realistically, their
numbers
shooting
are-
record will be up through the roof.
You
School
got to shoot
shootings
more
are
than 2 people.
woo, probably the highest in the world, I reckon.
Oh, it's got to be.
Honestly,
I think there are more guns than there are people.
There are. There's 110 guns for every 100 people in America.
But surely,
And only 52% of people own them guns.
surely, is that all?
Nuts.
So it's obviously more than half the population have guns.
More than half, right? But there's more guns than people.
yeah,
So that tells you the people that do have guns have lots of.
yes. But then I get
So-
that in interest, like, because obviously, as lads, we're interested in guns and stuff. You can't deny that. You like look at the army.
Oh
that
yeah, they
tank's
are cool to look at. And they're really cool.
Yeah.
But like,
so I get when someone's genuinely an actual gun advocate, and they're like, no, I just like shooting because it's a sport. You know what I mean? So like anything, oh, I've got this gun, but I want to get the next model. It's no different than I got a mate who does airsoft at home. You know what I mean? And he's got an arsenal. You know what I mean? Of guns. He spent
don't need that.
thousands.
So they're BB
But that's his
guns.
hobby. Yeah, I get that. But I mean, the difference is when you take that person with responsibility and then someone else can get it who's unresponsible, and then that's where you get your problems. You need the vetting process, which they don't have at all.
if you have a gun or have multiple guns anywhere you are in the world, you have a responsibility on your hands to keep
Yes.
them guns safe from anybody.
Yes,
You
not
do.
just your own family. That goes to any person in your
Like-
area, anyone, your local, your
You got
neighbours.
you got to seriously like lock them up, keep an eye on them, like check every single gun. You got to because this shit happens.
So
Yeah.
I think they've got it all twisted, mate. Like if I'm honest, in London, right, like, the weapon of war that I'd go for is the tank. Because it is ULEZ free, you don't pay congestion charge.
Yeah.
I don't think it is, mate.
No, it is. It genuinely
100%
is.
ULEZ.
What, the
There's
tanks
no
nowadays?
congestion charge on tanks.
Honestly, the massive
If you're
diesel
looking at
engine-
tanks at like World War II, they
You
used to
could
pump
drive
out
a
loads
tank.
of shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're still bad.
doesn't
You
matter.
get a Challenger 2 driving down London, don't pay ULEZ. It's got like a V fucking 12 bloody. It's got like a boat engine in it. It's massive.
I was in France this year. I was in France for the. I was in Normandy for the D-Day celebrations,
yeah.
right? For the 79th D-Day celebrations. I was there this year in Normandy, and they had tanks coming down in the parade, right? And I swear to God, there was about, let's say, 12 tanks that came all down in this parade, right? It smelled like the inside of an oil diesel factory.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It was honestly, I could barely breathe.
Honestly, I used to love this. So
So that's war zones, mate.
where I used to live,
Well, it used to be.
it's very where I used to live in England. It was very military. It's a military town. That's the main employer in my town. So there's a lot of military festivals. There's a lot of shows. So I'm used to seeing all these tanks joined in parades and stuff. And you just get this massive waft of black diesel smoke constantly. But at the end of the day, that's what they are. They're there to kill people. So I'm not being funny. You're not worried about the ecological reasons.
back in that
of,
time, especially, they didn't care about fucking polluting the
I mean,
air. They
when
cared
you've
about where
made-
the enemy was, didn't they?
Exactly. Yeah. You just need to eliminate the enemy. You know what I mean? Like,
I couldn't give a fuck about pollution anyway, it's all bollocks. Don't worry about it.
oh,
Mate, drive that great big dirty diesel fucking guzzling car until it dies.
What I'd like to say, I would like to say, you know, I'd like to say to you two more than anything, obviously, you know, that we just need to go out there and just smash it, really, you know.
Go out there and
give
fucking
it-
smash it,
Give
mate.
it our
boys.
absolute best because
Yeah,
these
mate.
guys deserve it.
One thing
Yeah.
that people are
And-
back in the UK or wherever you guys are,
Wherever you're watching in the world, you know.
wherever you are, you deserve to see what the rest
Wherever
of the
you
world
are
is
in the
like.
world, look, listen, we say a lot about Americans. We love you, really, but
Yeah,
it's
of
just,
course we do.
you know, we're having a laugh.
Yeah.
And we just want you guys to know that, you know, hopefully you're going to be by our side while we're making this content for you. And
Hopefully you don't get so butter about our comments.
no, yeah, we're only playing. We are. We're having a laugh.
But the whole purpose behind it is to sort of show the general public that the conception of life outside of your Western country is completely misstraddled to you.
Yes.
Like the fact that like the idea that you have to go to work, you have to work for the man, you have to go and get a big job with a company, and you can only work your way up to corporate. And that's the only way you're going to do what you want to do with your life.
No.
No, mate. Come out here and risk it all. That's what we're doing. We've quit jobs. We've got
have a lot on the
mortgages
line,
and
you know?
bills, and some of us have nowhere to come home to, and like
I'm not being funny. I've still got a mortgage to pay.
he's got a mortgage to pay. I'm homeless on return. So like, this is shit or bust out here, lads. But you've just got, this is life, isn't it? You know, you only get one crack at it, and you're going to sit there behind the desk at a great big corporate giant, dreaming about your dreams.
For someone that don't give a shit about you,
just dreaming about dreams. Or you can do what we do, right? We're just trying to show you that it's doable. Anyone could do it. We're nothing special. Anyone could do it. Come, just follow your dreams, lads.
Yeah.
That's all we get at that. You know, I mean, we have a bit of banter because that's the British for you. You know,
you got to win your really.
You know, we live in the pissing rain, miserable fucking weather, surrounded by miserable people. You know,
banter's all we've got, really, isn't it? That's all we have.
That is who we are.
all we have is Italian beer, Indian curries, and British banter.
Yeah.
That is pretty much British culture.
You go to a pint, you drink your Belgian beer.
And you go back home, you sit on your Swedish sofa.
You walk to the takeaway, you pick up your curry.
You drive home in your German car.
You hop in your German car, you drive home.
Switch on your Japanese TV.
And you watch Only Fools and Horses, which is about the only British thing in the entire fucking equation.
And that was made how long ago, guys?
That started in the 70s.
So
there you go.
We're living off culture back
Still
in
a classic.
almost 40
That's
years
a point in it, right? Let's talk about that for a minute. British TV. What has happened to the great British comedy?
It's taken a downfall, it's taken a battering.
Taken a battering, right?
Do you know what? I think it's been censored. I think we should. Honestly,
No, there's so many wet wipes out there now, but like, even to a point where like, you know, if you go back in the day, you had Only Fools and Horses, you had Blackadder, you had Porridge, you had even the Vicar of Dibley.
Look at the In-Betweeners, mate.
In-Betweeners.
In-Betweeners was great.
In-Betweeners was the last good comedy series, other than White Gold.
Yeah,
White Gold actually was a good one.
White Gold was the last revival of like the last hurrah.
Yeah.
Of like, this is a proper British comedy.
Yeah.
What has happened? That was one place we led the world in, which we have just absolutely miserably failed. Like, In-Betweeners got remade in America because they loved it. The Office got remade in America because they loved it. Britain led the way in comedy.
They did. For a long time.
What's happened?
There was also...
We had David Jason. We had...
Oh my God.
Fucking... Rowan Atkinson. We had...
Yeah, we've had great comedians.
We have had some great comical actors. Nicholas Lyndhurst. We've had, like... The names, you could just go on forever. What's the Ronnie?
Pickering.
Do you know who I am?
I am.
Do you know I am? Ronnie
Shout out Ronnie
Pickering.
Pickering.
Who?
You know, now the biggest joke we've got in this country is Richie Sunak.
Yay.
It's a fucking joke, mate.
The government in general.
Yeah, we had to get out.
To be fair, that would be the best comedy series we can make at the minute, which would be a documentary of the government.
If we could be a fly on the wall inside Downing Street, right? Honestly, and just it would be hilarious.
See what's going on.
Come on,
the
BBC.
incompetence, I bet, level is astronomical. Yeah, I mean, like, oh, don't worry, we're not going to pay the debt on the bloody. No, we're not going to manage our debt, that fee, and now we're paying how many millions?
£1 billion a month to service the national debt in the UK.
So Rishi had this great idea.
That
when
was
he came
the
into power.
equivalent of all our tax money for every month.
Yes.
To be able to just to service the debt, just pay the interest.
How
on the
can they do that?
Because they fuck about with our money.
Yeah. So we are.
Mate, we'll take all your money in tax rates, 40%, and they go, right, bang, snap that on black, and it comes out red.
Yeah. And then we're all fucked. And then guess what? They're alright because their trust funds keep them alright.
Yeah. Trust funds that are benefiting off our tax money straight.
And we're the ones who suffer. We're the ones who've had to travel halfway across the world, the other side of the bloody planet.
We pay road tax, right, for roads that are worse than ones in Thailand.
Oh, and that's true. Honestly, that is bloody true.
I'm not saying these are great.
Yeah.
The ones that I'm fucking awful.
But here, what I've noticed about the roads is that it does work in like a system in a sense. You know, like obviously there's no road rage for one.
No,
not a single piece of road. The amount of times people are getting cut up, but in a sense, it's like. It's almost like a system.
Everything still flows.
It's like it's flowing, and there's still things are still. When people are pulling out, people are still doing their thing, and it's just like it never really stops, does it?
Yeah.
It just keeps going and going.
Keeps going. It's constant, man. Like, a lot of people here seem to work for themselves and like set up little family businesses. Like, what happened to that in Britain?
Exactly.
It's a small family business.
It's all corporations.
It's been crippled by corporations. Like Britain's just going down a fucking terrible dark road towards. Basically Silicon Valley.
If you think about it, is that energy companies are controlled by a handful of companies. There's a handful of supermarkets that everyone goes to Tesco or Asda or Sainsbury's. There's only a handful, but you go to Thailand and everyone's got their own local shops.
Everyone will have their own.
They cook their own food. So if you want to buy something, you're buying essentially home cooked, grown food. You know what I mean? And it's so much.
We had eggs the other day. We had eggs that he literally, that hatched this morning in his garden, and he's put them out.
And they were cheaper than chips.
And they were beautiful. We ate those eggs. They were the best eggs we've ever fucking eaten.
Honestly,
beautiful, mate. They were huge.
So good.
I was just pucker. Like, I don't understand why this part of the world gets such a bad.
On that note, right, so the guys at work were like, oh, they eat anything out there. I mean, you're going to be like shitting out there, I have a needle and all this sort
I
of
haven't
crap.
seen nothing.
And I was like, honestly, my diet has been better than it has been in months. And the food is delicious.
Because we're not eating shite.
I've not seen one
fresh
fried
food,
snake.
fresh.
I ain't seen one toad. I ain't seen one cricket like everyone was telling me. You know what I mean?
No,
They're
of
like, oh,
course.
you're going to be eating scorpions.
Beautiful
Fuck
restaurant
off.
just down the
Yeah, I
road
mean,
from us. Oh my god, the food in there is.
The people in there are lovely. The service
Honestly.
is incredible.
They can't do enough for you.
Mate,
I mean that.
Get this right, people in Britain, pool tables are free, mate.
Yeah. If you just want to stay, even if you're not buying any beer and just have a game of pool, you're more than welcome to.
And you can also have a fag inside as well.
You can smoke. Like, we were being polite and we'll go, well, no, it's all right, I'll go outside. And they're like, what the fuck? They're looking at us like
we
we're
went,
dickheads.
oh yeah. she's like, where are you going? And we're like, oh, we're going outside for a cigarette. She's like,
What are you doing?
she's like, outside.
She just goes and brings the ashtray to our table
She's
inside,
like-
and she's like,
She's like, why are you going outside? She's like,
And they sell weed at the bar.
yeah. So once you're at bored of your snouts, you just go up to the bar and you spend like 80 bar, which is fucking what, £2, and you're getting a fat old J, mate.
Exactly.
One playing pool.
You don't have to make your dodgy dealer no more.
Yeah.
Just pop down the local
go down the
boozer.
shop.
You got a Stanley friendly
Thank you,
toilet.
mate.
Do you reckon this? And this is another thing. It is a rainforest, so you probably can't hear fuck all we're saying to you now, guys. But as you can tell, it's pissing it down.
Yeah, absolutely hammering it down.
But it will stop in a few minutes, and it's still baking.
It's
So like you
not-
don't notice it. You really don't. It doesn't bother you one bit.
It's lovely. It's not that bad to go out in. It's quite warm here.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
lovely, mate. Right. It's just such a nice place
We've been
to be.
swimming in it, haven't we? The
Yeah.
rain. It's been pissing down with rain, and we've got a pool here. We've just been jumping in the pool.
In the rain,
Yeah.
because it's not cold. Because it's still not cold. You're pissing down with rain, and it's not cold.
Our neighbours have been lovely.
Yeah.
Russians and Swedish.
Yeah,
Swedish.
we've got a few.
And,
there was a couple of Germans down
Yeah,
there
a couple of
yesterday.
Germans,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Italians.
they were nice Italians. Yeah,
And you know what? They didn't even send to mine in English.
Yeah, and they're
No,
all
they
very
were
polite.
fine.
They're very
Yeah.
polite reply. And
they
you
were
know
all
what they
really,
say?
really kind people.
Unanimously, all these tourists, it's like, oh yeah, I come here 20 years ago. I'm still
For
here.
1 week.
Yeah,
I come here
he
for
was
a
like,
week.
I came here for a week 20 years. Yeah, I came here for a week, and that was 20 years ago. We was like,
so-
yeah.
That's what we're trying to do, and
That's-
you've got to make that happen for us.
You've got to share the love. What's the
Yeah.
subscription to
Like,
you guys?
follow,
All you've got to do is
subscribe.
click a button, and you could be saving 3 lads from misery for the rest of their lives.
Come on, blow us up.
But
Go on,
obviously, you know, in that case of, oh yeah, you're doing us a favour, we're also going to do you a favour and make you good quality content that you can enjoy.
And if there's any of you that want to do a similar thing, we're more than happy
We
to
will more than help.
Definitely.
shout you out or collaborate with you in a certain way if we're compatible. And
Do you know what, guys? If you guys have got the balls to drop your job and come out and see us,
yeah,
you're definitely getting on the bloody podcast, and
Yeah,
you can
you
come out and
come
spend some time with us. Because honestly, if you've got the bollocks to just up sticks from your country and your cushy little job
I
or
like
whatever,
that. Well,
and
that's
just come
exactly
all
what
over
we
it,
did, isn't
because
it,
that's what
really?
you
we've
know,
done.
if you've got a group of mates and you've been talking about doing something like this for years, right?
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just go out and just do it, guys.
You know, we don't really know what we do, but we'll help as best
No.
as we can.
Yeah.
Just drop
We
us a
haven't got a
message.
clue.
Winging it most of the time, but I think it's turning out all right.
Turn out all right. We ain't
So
gonna-
far, so good.
You know,
Yeah.
we ain't going to try and sell you some dodgy course about,
Yeah.
oh, look, do this and you'll
You
get
become
rich
a millionaire in a
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck
Get
off.
rich quick.
Yeah.
And,
No
we
such
ain't
thing,
going to do
guys.
that. But, you know, we don't know what we're doing, but we'll help in any way we can.
Of course we will.
That's what we do.
Of course we will. Look, we're just three normal lads. Like, we're not.
Giving it a
Yeah.
crack, mate. Oh, we ain't got money.
No.
Don't. We
We're
really
working
don't have
class.
money.
We're peasants.
We are. We
No.
are.
When the peasantry are revolting. One of us.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
Yeah. So yeah, come join the peasants.
Yeah,
Join the
guys,
peasants.
Join the peasants.
come and see what the real life is like.
It is absolutely pucker. I think on that note, I think
We're going to love you and leave you and explore more of this bloody lovely country, guys.
yeah.
Let's get out there.
And guess what? You're coming with us.
And you're coming every
Yeah.
fucking step of the way.
So we will see you soon, and make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and please share this to anyone you think might like it.
Absolutely.
Mean a
Your
great
mum,
deal
your
to
nan,
us.
I don't mind.
Anyone
That's
any of your mates who drives around in a van all day, bored of LBC,
Yeah, whack
stick
this
us on
on.
for an hour.
Yeah,
Why not?
have
Once
a
we-
little chuckle to yourself.
Once we work out how to get this onto Apple Podcasts and Spotify, we'll pursue that.
We'll give
but
it
for
a
the
go.
meantime, you might have to subscribe to YouTube Plus to be able to watch this in the van. But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
We'll catch you very soon, guys.
Take care, guys.
See you later.
Ta-da.